Once upon a time, summer was a magical season, full of pool parties and picnics and travel to see exotic places across the world. Now it's a time to survive heat wave after heat wave, and not to mention the choking fumes from forest fires in Canada. Many, many years ago, Shakespeare wrote his romantic comedy, A Midsummer Night's Dream. It's a funny story of four lovers who get lost in an enchanted forest full of feuding fairies. Well, there's one thing you want never to do, which is to get in between feuding fairies. Mendelssohn was so taken with that story that he composed his overture to A Midsummer Night's Dream, and then later on a set of incidental pieces, which includes his most famous composition of all time, the Hochzeitsmarsch. I'm going to put that on later in this video so you can hear the original score of that with full orchestra. So I wanted to make two summertime tarts. The first one is going to be a squash tart made of yellow squash. Both of these are savory, by the way. And then in a later video I will do something with zucchini. For now, let's get to the kitchen and start to work. This begins with a gastrique, which is a French sauce not to be confused with a geriatric complaint. In any event, it begins with a caramel, which I have, and the next step is to add wine or vinegar or something acidic to it. So we'll put in some red wine. And a little bit of vinegar. And in this, I'm going to poach some seedless red grapes. Thus far, I have some yellow squash, which I grated and salted, and then I pressed all the liquid out of it. And to this, we're going to add an egg and some heavy, and I do mean heavy cream, a pinch of white pepper. That was one thing Julia Child was crazy about. She loved her white pepper. And then the very last thing is something, a trick my aunt used to do when she made squash pies. That's lemon essence. And you won't believe what that does to this, but it changes the flavor entirely. So, I'll just put this all up together. I have here a pâte sablé that I already pre-baked just slightly. Use parchment paper so you can see it. So, all I'm going to do is put this in there and then bake it in the oven until, you know, it's done. You'll know that about 15-20 minutes when it turns brown and it rises. And then I will complete this dish. And while we're doing this, I'm going to shut up and let you listen to some beautiful Mendelssohn.